Cancer can attack any living cell that is still dividing, from newborn babies to grandmothers who have lived for more than 100 years. But have you ever wondered, who was the very first to get cancer? Is cancer a disease that only appeared in modern times? Or has it existed in historic ages? In 17th century, people already knew about the disease we now recognize as cancer. They believed it was caused by excess toxins that harden and form lumps inside the body. To cure it, this toxin had to be removed, whether by forcing the patient to purge their body or by cutting away the affected part by heated metal without anesthesia. Yes, do not imagine the pain. But it turns out that traces of cancer appear much earlier in history, in ancient Egypt. Records describe a disease that caused hard lumps to form in the breast, cold to the touch and immovable, and at the end of the record, it was written that the disease had no cure. But if you think the story of cancer begins there, it actually doesn't. The answer comes from the discovery of bones that are millions of years old. But what exactly was found? In this year, scientists discovered a fossil tooth bone belonging to one of our ancient relatives that lived millions of years ago. But there was something strange about it. Its shape was abnormal. At first, researchers thought it was harmless growth, but when they examined it using X-rays, they found large holes inside the bone, a pattern commonly seen in bone cancer. So yes, cancer may already exist millions of years ago. But wait, because that is still not the end of the story. In 2020, scientists found another clue, one that was tens of millions of years old. Yes, they discovered that dinosaurs could get cancer too. At the time, the group of scientists was studying hundreds of bones in a museum collection. Unexpectedly, they found an anomaly in the shin bone of plant-eating dinosaur that had lived tens of millions of years ago. They suspected the dinosaur suffered from a malignant cancer because the bone growth was extremely abnormal. It's even possible that the cancer had already spread through its body. Speaking of fossils, scientists can sometimes predict the presence of cancer even when soft organs are no longer preserved. One way is by analyzing DNA that remains in bones. DNA is like a blueprint that stores information about living organisms, including diseases they may have suffered from. For example, from the remaining of ancient kings who lived thousands of years ago, scientists were able to determine that they had prostate cancer. However, this method doesn't work for every fossil. As fossils age, their DNA gradually breaks down. So for dinosaur fossils that are tens of millions of years ago, their DNA is almost impossible to discover and study. So it turns out that cancer has haunted living creatures long before humans ever appeared. Nowadays, tens of millions of people are affected by cancer every year, making it one of the leading causes of death worldwide. And our battle to create better weapons against it continues. And as always, thank you.